And me and Monique are going to give some examples of what we go through on social media and why we feel like we've made it 19 years. June 6th will be 20 years. Off and on, of course, because we broke up a lot, as a lot of y'all know.
So probably like 2 solid years.
Yeah,
I'm
we weren't.
joking.
No, 2 solid years that we weren't together.
Oh, yeah.
If you break it down. All right, so check this out. The other night, I would have never known this, right? Our daughter had our phone for a minute. Well, long story short, we had to wake up and take the puppy out to go to the bathroom. During that process, our daughter was on the phone. She might have got on and looked at some reels. But this person messaged in the middle of the night. Now, the reason why they saw that she was active, I'm going to let you guys read it as it goes. Here's the one. Here's the next one. Pause it if you have to. So, she was messaging back, going along with it. But the whole time she had already told me that he wrote her. It ended with me trying to call him on my phone, but he didn't answer. She wrote him, "Hey, my dude just tried to call you. You see what he said, that I'll pass." And then he had to add in at the end, "for us all." Like it's what's best for us all. But then he blocked me, but didn't block her. So, okay, and I already know some of y'all are going to recognize the name, the profile pic. I don't care. I ain't going to blur that shit out. What we're trying to say is people are rude and ignorant. We don't go out of our way to try to cause this type of drama. Now, we did have conversations recently that were pretty deep. Maybe we'll go into it in a minute. But for the most part, after a couple little bumps in the road that we went through, everything's been cool. We're about to have this baby in 2 months. But I'm going to let her explain her part as to another thing that just recently happened. This happens all the time. We're just using these as examples. And we have... Oh, and by the way, we have a lot of message requests and regular messages that we're trying to keep up with. There's probably more in mine and more in hers, but we're choosing not to cheat on each other. So when somebody looks and sees that you are in a relationship and they'll blatantly try to write you, it's just ignorant as fuck. This person's from our city too. And as far as I know, from what someone else told me, he lives like a couple miles away on the west side. You just never know who's watching. And they try to act like they ain't know she was in a relationship, but it's right on her page. It's the first thing you see.
And everybody knows.
Right. All right, so I'm going to let her explain her part because this person just randomly sent me these videos the other day. And I'll add in there for the situation with this. I have been trying to stay out of drama. I've been trying to stay out the way. But on that night, when I called him, I was calling to confront him. You know what I'm saying? To be like, you had enough nerve to shoot your shot and see if my girl was willing to cheat with you. So I want to call you and have a grown man-to-man conversation. But it's whatever. Just trying to stay out the way. But sometimes shit comes to you. I was also childish with the stuff with the other individual when I, try to call him out, and the person who did live a couple miles down the road, but then he moved to Boardman and shit. I'm not even going to get into that. And I'm childish for the 2 fights I've been in since I've been home. But this is the new me trying to not do that.
This girl just randomly messaged Patrick these 2 pictures. Her thong hiked all the way up to her chest and her little butt, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. But it's very disrespectful. It's disgusting. It's gross. Like, girls really go out of their way to message a random guy that's cute pictures of themselves. That's come on. That's gross. Who does that?
We're going to brighten this up and put up a picture of our Mackie baby when he was a puppy. All right, so what I wanted to end this with, we had a conversation recently, and I want to let this be known to y'all. I think how we've made it as far as we have. We got together when we were 16 and 14 in 2006. And very shortly after, I got close with her family. I've talked about this on different podcasts. Her dad pretty much tried to save me, and he also wanted to, probably help me and mold me because he didn't want her being with, a street kid. But I was already in that path. That's all irrelevant. I'm saying we've been together since we were young. Over the years, young kids do dumb shit, so we hurt each other a lot.
Yeah, we were kids.
We were kids, right. We've done shit. And then as the time went on, Even the night I got arrested when we lived in the trailer park, the night that sent me to prison, one of the 2 cases, we were living together but seeing other people at that time. I had a couple girlfriends that I bounced back and forth. She was dating this dude for like 4 months. That's just what it was. And in between all that, we have cheated on each other. And we've done things that a lot of couples haven't.
Once. I've only done it once.
Right, and I've done it twice. So that we've actually were together and been with other people. And we've done other things, like we had threesome and all the shit. We regretted it. We ain't never gonna do no shit like that. We had another couple in 2009 with some like trying to get us on some weird swinger shit. All that's irrelevant. We were young. But what we're saying is most couples that go through a lot of shit, it doesn't make it last. And I'm leading all this up to saying recently, like a couple months ago, we were fighting real bad. I can't remember the approximate time. And it got to the point where she thought I was cheating on her. And she asked me. And I admitted that I would be wrong to say it didn't cross my mind. I didn't do it. On my kids, I didn't do it. But I told her the truth that at one point I was going to move out. And I was actually going to go out of state to my homies. I'm not going to mention them, but he said I could come live with them. I don't really want to bring him involved in this. But during that process, I pretty much said that. But us talking about it and me not doing it is what keeps us so bonded. Most couples, I don't feel like they do that. They don't sit down and tell their girl, like, hey, we've been fighting so bad and we ain't been messing around that much, and I've thought about other shit. You see what I'm saying? Most people will just keep that bottled up, or they'll actually go do it and then never tell each other. When I first came home from the joint, remember that conversation we had about the stuff that went on while I was gone? Mm-hmm. And it was not the best conversation, but I respected her so much for the things she told me that I would have never known, remember?
Mm-hmm. I told you that stuff in prison.
Yeah, well, no, there was some things. Little shit.
Right.
Well, kind of.
That
not
came
really
to mind,
little.
probably.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't do that. We sat down. She told me some shit. It bothered me. I was mad a little bit, but now I'm over it. And I look at her in a more respectful way. You can't be in prison and have something go on and you think, and then you just bottle it up for the rest of your life. That shit's...
And not only that,
unhealthy.
Everything always comes out. Because when I was on drugs, I used to do stuff for money with one guy. And I told Patrick about it. And when he came home, he got a job, ended up working with the dude. Everyone was talking about it behind his back, but he already knew about it.
I already knew about it. And then that person, shout out to him, I'm not going to say who, but it was at Mac Bid, so you know who you are, came to me and told me, though. Remember I told you? Mm-hmm. Hey, he was nervous as shit, I could tell. And shout out to you, bro. I still fuck with you. I just seen him. You'll probably see this, and you're cool, bro. I ain't tripping. I ain't mad at you. I seen him like a week ago. Unrelevant or unrelated. But yeah, he come up to me, and he was definitely nervous, like, to tell me this. He was stuttering, and I could kind of see his hand shaking a little bit. I'm like, spit it out, bro. And then finally he told me. And I said, bro, I been knew that. And he was like, shocked. I'm like, I already know, bro. She already told me. So she did the right thing, and he did the right thing. I just sat back and watched. I was cool with dude. You know why? Because I ain't know him. He ain't know me. He sees this cute girl going through something who her dude's in the joint. And
we weren't together either.
And and we were on a separation. So I was locked up for like 7 years. We were together for like 4 of those 7 years. Maybe 5.
Maybe 5, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the video we was talking about making on live a couple weeks ago where I said we're going to get real deep and break some shit down. Here it is. And to these other people, shame on you. That shit's fucked up. People who cheat or try to be homewreckers, shame on you. And if you're in the middle of going through that, have a conversation with your partner. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. That shit is not healthy. You shouldn't live like that. If it's already happened, do the right thing and just talk about it. I can see some of these people who their mindset's fucked up watching this, laughing, saying, that's corny. You don't do that. You take it to the grave, this and that. You guys got bad karma, and you guys got some stupid shit happening to you in your life. It's called have a good heart and be a decent fucking human being. And be grown. If you're grown, you should be able to sit down and talk about some shit. If it comes to that, have an open relationship. Do what you got to do.
And if you're going to do it, don't be...
It's about to end.